So I just quickly wanted to review today's trade. I did not do well, but I would love to show you what was done. So this is the sped up version of my trade, and I hope you enjoy watching it. So here, let me pause it. Right after midnight, though yesterday I decided that I would not trade the midnight session, but it has become a kind of habit, a very bad habit. So I paid the price today for it. So it's possible that from tomorrow I will keep that in mind, the kind of price I paid today for it. So let's see what happened in this trade. I will like fast forward it, though I've already done that. So here I tried to place the trade, but that's really a sad part. Either I execute it manually or I miss the trade, because my limit orders are rarely hit. So here, see, my limit order was not hit. I had to enter manually, and then I pushed the limit order back, anticipating these equal highs. These are the clear equal highs that I wanted to see hit. And so, and also when price like takes this low with a wick, let me show you on the chart. Yes, so here is the chart. I mean, I'm sure it looks colorful. So here I was taking this trade right after midnight. This is the midnight line, and then I was targeting these equal highs, and you see price has reached there. It's amazing, isn't it? So at that time price was here, fiddling with this inversion fair value gap. So what I did is I took the trade here when price was at this candle, and I was targeting these equal highs. The reason behind that was, I'll show you the chart on the higher time frame so that we can have a much clearer idea. I was targeting this line specifically, or rather this line. The main reason, because if you see this wick, my mentor has taught this: if there is a wick like this and there is an FVG, an opening gap like this on the side, then this wick works as a breaker block. I mean, it will repel price once price will hit it. So this was the idea, like price will go down, come back, hit it, and then go down to the target. So this was the idea. So this is what I was chasing here. So now let me show you the video again. Where is it? Yeah, here is the video. So I was chasing, yeah, so here I took the trade and I was chasing those equal highs, and you can see I marked this wick, or this one worked as well, but either one works as a breaker. So I was comfortable with either one. So since I was not being greedy, I took the lower one as a target. So let's see what happened. Okay, so price actually reversed on me, you can see that. And right before that I had good sense of closing this another buy limit, because it would have increased my losses to the daily maximum loss limit, probably, because 400 and 300, almost $700-800 losses. So I had checked this S&P, and then I decided to close this limit at least, and so it will reduce my risk, because I was started worrying that price will might reverse because of this part of S&P. If you look in the rightmost corner in the bottom, this chart of S&P. So now that's what happened. Price reversed on me and I lost. I mean, it went good enough in the distance, around $110, and then reversed on me and hit my stop loss with $384. I was a little bit sad, but then but since my trade was intact, I was pretty sure that price is going to hit this line or this gap. This gap was one of the other reason why I was very confident about buying here. And then I waited for the opportunity, measured my moves, and then entered again. So I will have to fast forward this one as well. I was contemplating between buying in NQ or ES, because ES looked more bullish in comparison to NQ. So, and I was also like taking high risk earlier. I took the trade with mini in the first one, so this is why my losses were around almost $384. Now in the second one I had the good sense of reducing my losses, because I thought if I will lose another trade, it will be a monumental loss and quite depressing, to be frank, because I was already breaking my one rule by trading the midnight, right after midnight, the first 90 minutes, which I should not have done. So I took another trade on a micro with 5 micros. My most favorite is 7 micros, but Top Step does not allow it. If you can see here, I'm logged in with TraderWeight account of Top Step. So this is a live trade when I took it. So when this low was taken one more time, I was extremely confident that now it will, I'm sure it will reach the target. And there was another reason for it, because if you see, let me show you that on the chart. Yes, so when price took this low, I will come back to the 1 minute chart. I find it very comforting to take the trade on 1 minute and design everything else on 5 minutes and 15 minutes. So once price, yes, here we were. So here my stop loss was hit, and this low was taken again. And the curious thing, if you see, these are the almost equal lows, which are very delicious target for the liquidity. So this low was taken again, and then I was suddenly started feeling confident about the buy, because once the price has manipulated one more time, you can be rest assured that price will now reach the target. And there was one more reason I will show you. So now this leg that took the liquidity, I took this swing high, not this one, because this is the nearest swing. If there was another swing like after it, I would have taken that. Earliest swings are better with measured moves. So, and target either 0.5 or -1, a perfect target, you can see. So if you notice ES at this point, what S&P was doing is, you see here, this took the liquidity, but the gap was not too much. And there was one more reason, they looked almost equal. Let's check what YM did at this point. YM has been erratic as usual, but I am looking for one more important detail. Sorry about that. Let's resume it. So there was one more thing that gave me extra confidence. Let me show you on a 15-minute chart. So this is what I was looking for earlier. So here we were, and if you notice, this is one of the most important kind of FVGs there is. It's a fair value gap, and I call it this. So whenever after this kind of opposite color candle, then when the move comes and there is an FVG, it's often stronger than other FVGs. Once this FVG is inversed, I mean, there are high chances of price remaining in that direction for some time, which is what happened later on. You can see that, and especially if this FVG is available on 15 minutes, it's magic, and 1 hour, it's like a golden hour. So let's get back to 1 minute chart. So like you can see here, you can see that first I like to lock my FVG so that it does not move when I do not want it to move. So here price barely missed it, so it was an obvious thing that price might be going back to take this low. And after, when the 90-minute cycle changes, like it changed at 12. So when this 90-minute cycle changes, price often run into a different direction, like a fake move, and then run in another direction. So this is what happened when after midnight new day opened, it went into the wrong direction, and then it took another swing in the wrong direction, and then finally went on towards its original direction. So let's analyze this further. I do not want to make this video too long because I have another video planned. I will be posting 2 videos. The second one is amazing. I recorded it yesterday. I will probably re-record it today, mixing with this today's chart. It will be fun. One of the best videos I've created so far. So yeah, and especially if you are expecting bullish move and one such swing low has been taken, then you can be rest assured that price will show some good move now. So I hate this one. So okay, so now you can see the timing. It's between 12:20 to 12:40. Why this is important, I will talk about it in my future videos. People refer it as macro times, though it does not work like this every time for every hour, but I do believe I've seen it working most of the time like this. So between like 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after, usually it works in the like full hour, like 1 minute, 10 minutes before the hour, 10 minutes after, like 12:50 to 10:10, 8:50 to 9:10, like that. But in some cases it works like this as well, between 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after to the 30-minute. So here is the 30-minute candle, and 10 minutes before, 10 minutes after that, it took the liquidity, and then it was almost guaranteed, if you're bullish earlier, it will hit your target and this swing will deliver for sure. You could have blindly taken the trade and made some money. It's just matter of how much stop loss you had to use, because if suppose you are entered here and then price came back to half of the wick, I mean, you can pay a steep price for it. So we just have to manage risk here and target -1 or 0.5, or first partial at 0.5, target -1 for the full trade. I mean, it's going to work in amazing way. So actually, since when the trade is ongoing, you do not notice some things. I miss this, especially I miss this 15-minute FVG. So that's where all the problem came. If I had taken a note of 15-minute FVG, always make sure that you check the news first and then 15-minute and 1 hour targets on your chart before executing any trade, because they are the most important and most clear things that will show you how to take the trade. what you should target, where you should go, whether it is bullish or bearish. I mean, that's where you should decide on 15-minute and 1 hour chart. 1 hour for the long term, 15-minute for the short term. 5-minute and 15-minute charts works like magic for me as well, so I use that. In these trades I use only 5-minute and 15 minutes, but I did not notice this FVG. So I'm a beginner and I pay a steep price for my mistakes. One day I missed checking on the news, and a news candle came and took my stop loss. I mean, if I had known that there's a news timing, I would not have traded until that candle has passed. But I made the mistake and paid the price. You make a mistake, you pay for it. So in trading, if you wrong even 1%, market will punish you so badly, you will never forget it. So market is the best, how we say it, it's like if you make even a smaller mistake, market will make you pay for it. So you will have to be 100% honest with your trade setup to make some profit out of it. And why people fail, 90% people fail because they either cannot find a setup, or they do not follow their setup, or their setups are not good. I will talk about setups in detail. I have a video planned about that as well. So you can see that. So how and where you could have entered, there are a couple of things you can do here. First, either you could have checked this inversion. I will talk more about inversion FVGs as well. So either you take, once the price has gone out of it, you can take the trade. I mean, if you're more experienced, you will know that after this black candle it goes and you see green getting out of here, you enter right then and there. Or you can wait for a market structure shift, but you would not have gotten any chance. So, but when this FVG appeared and this FVG, they are kind of balanced price range, and then you can be more confident, and you could have taken another trade once price inverse this FVG. What's going on? Yeah, this is acting up. So I always like to see these quarterly cycles to be very confident. Also, there is one more thing. When you take the trade, first thing you do, skip the first quarter. This one I will talk more about it. This is 90-minute quarter. Skip this one. I mean, this is not entirely 90 minutes. I mean, the one below it is 90 minutes, and the quarters in the first line are the quarters of the 90 minutes. So this one is like 23 minutes and 23 minutes, like that, divided in 4 equal parts. And I hate it when it disappears. Yeah, I have to do some voodoo and do like this, then disappear again. So then you can check. First rule is skip the first gray one, and this is why I'm planning to skip the Asia session, because it falls into this gray zone on a daily cycle. If you check, so this gray one ends here at 130. So that's why I'm planning to start trading after 130, because the trades will be higher probability. So I will have to finish this one quickly. Yeah, so then skip the first one, this first one as well, because this is the tiny quarter of this quarter. So again, skip this first one and now check, look for the trade. This candle came here below this 15-minute FVG, and then it reversed. When this 15-minute FVG was crossed, you can be 100% confident that it's going to hit this 0.5 and -1 level. 0.5 99% times, -1 most of the times. So, and if it does not hit 0.5, then you can assume that it's extremely bearish. So you can could have taken the trade here and made some profit. I guess I've done something similar. So let's check what I did. I executed the trade from here after this FVG was inversed. It's all about FVGs. So then, but earlier my risk was 1 mini. Then I reduced my risk to 5 micros, exactly half of it. So, and targeted this equal highs. I guess I closed below it. The -1 would have been very good target. It would have hit this low of this wick as well. I made around $201, and you can see after losing $384. Then I made $201 and I ended up closing the day with $183 loss. So it's a red day, but risk management is everything. Sometimes the trade is there, you just don't see it. You'll have to train your eye. Since I'm a beginner, I failed to see a few things, and that's why I lost today twice. I'm sorry, once. And I succeeded once, though I consider that not a very good success because I did not target -1. I was impatient. When I lose in the first trade, I prefer to close the next trade as early as possible when the at least half of my losses are covered. So for around $384, I was very happy when I saw the $200 mark because it's half of 400. So this is why I was very comfortable closing the trade. In a way it's good, in a way it's not good because I did not let the target to be hit, but that's okay. I have time to improve. Since I started journaling my trade on YouTube live, I started creating content and just to journal everything the way so that I feel more accountable as someone might be watching. I'm getting decent views, around more than 2000 views so far. So this was my trade today, and let's see what happened next. And so this is where I closed the day, but I was tape reading it. You cannot stop yourself from tape reading. And I have very interesting video planned, the very next one, about double purge. I will cover everything, a lot of things. I was extremely desperate to see this low taken, and I was very happy to know that I am reading the market well, because this is kind of compressed liquidity. I'll talk more about what it is. I mean, you can see that how compressed the price here is. There are no fair value gaps, like gap between three candles like this one, this gap here, like green, black, and in these three candles. So I was desperate. I knew that price will at least hit this level, this low, because this is the open of this green candle and close of this red one. I know it looks black, but let's call it red. So this one, and price took it in this one wild candle. Price took this low, not just this one. So if I had taken the trade, if I broken another one of my rules, I would have made a very good amount of money today. But rules are rules. If you break them, you will never win, you will never succeed. The most important rule is to follow your setup to the end. So if I had to take this trade, what I would have done is, once this candle was over, I would have started looking for a trade. I would not have taken this because it was too early, and I would have compared these two. So if you can see, this one has gone this far, this one has touched the FVG, there is a very tiny FVG here, and what else is there to see? Look at this candle, 315, black, green. So the difference in the candle color at the swing highs may suggest that price is about to reverse. So this is why, looking at this, I would have been ready to like short it. Also, this is the first hint. This opposite color candle, I often like draw it in yellow. So this is the first hint. Second one, you can see that, let's delete it for a second. Do you see that this open was almost equal? But check here, price did not reach to this open. So there was SMT here. SMT is when price reaches to one level and not another one. So kind of there was an SMT. These were like almost equal, these were not. And the most important part, this is what triggered everything. I almost triggered myself. You see, price has not reached this high of the macro, this bold line, but in this case price has taken this high. This is where, look at this candle, 313, and where does it fall? Right after this macro like mini cycle of this small one. This is 12 and the next one is 13. Once the open of this candle has been like open of this candle has been taken, then when price is reversing, you can take a trade from here as well. So I was ready to take the trade. You could have shorted from here. Either this high would have done its job, target would have been this low, and there was another reason to target this low. I will talk about it in my next video, which was supposed to be released like by now, but I'm glad I have not released it because I have more content to add to it. And if you're taking trade from this one, I mean, check this gap and target it, short it, stop loss on the high, take profit on the low. I just need to learn to be more confident about my trades. But I did not want to be the one who breaks his rules. This was a very handsome risk and reward, 61 handles. I mean, with 5 micros it could have been $610, and here its risk was only $200. With 1 mini, risk would have been 400, reward would have been more than 1200. Okay, let's not log in right now, because I will be more tempted to take a trade. Then temptation works in different ways. So now you know the main trigger was this high taken, and this was not taken. This is the high of the macro right below this FVG. Also you can see that this FVG is within this macro and here it's below it, so it was another signature that price is bearish. Once this low was taken, I was skeptical, but once this happened, I was like elated. Wow. So this is all my trade setup was. Now I'm closing this video. It's been almost 30 minutes and this liquidity was taken. That was so wild, man. Okay, so good day, signing off now. We'll be posting this video very soon and we'll be creating another video just now.